I didn't think that Akpabio really knows. The moment TINUBU actually sent him to go and pay the condolences to Pope Francis that actually passed on, Akpabio wouldn't have go. I didn't mean that he knew that the disgrace that they bestowed him few hours ago will actually come. He wouldn't have listened to TINUBU. Akpabio was disgraced and dragged in the ground moment he visited Rome to actually pay his last condolence to Pope Francis that actually passed on. You know, forgetting that Natasha have gone to international communities, Natasha have gone to European countries, Natasha have gone to United States and all of that to actually leverage an allegation on Akpabio based on the sexual harassment thing that is still ongoing. You know, they painted Akpabio black already. They've already blackmailed Akpabio, but come and see the disgrace of Akpabio a few hours ago. I didn't mean that he knows he wouldn't have stepped into Rome. You will see things for yourself in this very video. I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just do what to share it. Share it to the best social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'll call you back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should believe the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you that are fresh on this platform, for those of you visiting this platform for the very first time, just do what to click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. A lot of things happened few hours ago which a lot of Nigerians did not know, and you know, they're trying to hide a lot of things from a lot of Nigerians at the moment. You know, it's normally in news that Pope Francis actually passed on few days ago, and the moment this happened, the funeral follows, and you know, they tried to bury the man few hours ago, and TINUBU have to send Akpabio down to Rome, and you know, they bury him in Rome. And a lot of world powers actually converge in Rome for the burial and the funeral, all of that. Now, Akpabio got there alongside with some delegates that were appointed by TINUBU. So the moment they got there, come and see the disgrace that actually showcased. Come and see what actually transpired. You will see things for yourself in this very video. A lot of Nigerians have been mocking Akpabio for quite some hours now, but the disgrace finally showcased big time. You know, Akpabio forgot that Natasha actually go to the international community when the saga nearly escalated then, and a lot of senators were pulling their support for Akpabio in the House of Assembly. That's the saga between Natasha and Akpabio. When a lot of senators began to pick side and they supported Akpabio more, you know, Natasha have to leave the country, go to international community, go to US Congress, go to European Union and all of that, and reported Akpabio. Now they blackmailed Akpabio in all those countries, but Akpabio forgot. I remember that Natasha have been to all those countries and they blackmailed him and all of that. He wouldn't have stepped to Rome. You will see things for yourself in this very video. First of all, look at what happened to this man in Rome. In a short clip, just what happened to this man. And the moment this happened to this man, Akpabio still find himself to that room. I would like us to stay connected to the end of the video. If you can share the video, just share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'll call you back. You can see what happened to that very man in that very video that you just finished watching. You can see what is going on. You know, this man actually wanted to go and extend his condolence to Pope. You know, they allow a lot of people to enter into where the Vaticans actually lay Pope, but a lot of white people actually enter there irrespective of their carnival. They enter there, they pay their last respect to Pope because they actually laid him on rest and all of that. But the moment the white people were entering, this man as well actually wanted to enter, but they bounced him back. They said it's not recognized, said that they will not allow him to actually lay his condolence or extend his condolence to Pope and all of that. But you can see what happened. They bounced the man out because the man is actually black and all of that. Now, this man is an African man, obviously we know, and some people are saying that the man in question is a Nigerian. But it was after this man had been bounced out, that was when Akpabio stepped into that same room. TINUBU sent him there, you know. TINUBU is a Muslim, Shetman is a Muslim, Akpabio is a Christian. Akpabio is the third man in the country. He's a Christian. Akpabio attends Catholic. That's the church, that's the native church of Akpabio. He attends Catholic. So TINUBU have to send Akpabio with some other delegates like Bianca Ojukwu and all of that down to Rome. And the moment they step into Rome, Akpabio forgot that he had a sexual harassment case with Natasha, and Natasha have traveled as far as international community to go and embarrass and disgrace Akpabio. Natasha had traveled to US Congress, he had traveled to European Union, all of that, and Italy is part of Europe and Rome is situated in Italy. Now, the same place that Natasha have reported Akpabio went there. Come and see what happened. You will see things for yourself. You will see disgrace. You will see things the way it actually goes. I would like us to stay connected to the end of the video. If you can share it, just share it. You will listen to some series of video, then you will see what happened to Akpabio within the videos. Just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share it, just like it. Stay connected. I'll come back again.
Make it make sense. Senate President Akpabio leads Nigerian delegation to Pope Francis' funeral. You see, once again, we suffer from misplaced priority syndrome in Nigeria. They just want to look good to the outside world, you know. They don't actually care about the people that they are supposed to serve. I have nothing against paying homage to the Pope, but why can't we put the same energy or show the same kind of care to the people that put you in office, to the people in your own country? It's okay that Nigeria is also represented, other countries are sending their people, but when we are done showing that care, showing that devotion to their abroad people, they should please show the same level of care for the people in Nigeria. How do you leave your house that is on fire to go and attend a funeral in another country? Pope Francis was 88 to almost 90. He lived a very good life. May he so rest in peace. But do you know how many Nigerians are dying every single day because our leaders could care less? They refuse to fix the roads. People are dying every day on those roads because of accidents. They refuse to equip our hospitals. So many people are not even well diagnosed. Our doctors and nurses are leaving common electricity. These people cannot provide for their own citizens, yet they are going abroad to go and show solidarity. Like, what is that? How many times has this Senate President and his delegates visited refugee camps in Bonu, in Plateau, in Benue? It's even sad that we now have Nigerians living as refugees in their own country. Shebi, you and I know that herdsmen killed more than 100 people in Plateau State this month alone, just in the month of April. Where was this Senate President? Has he visited with his delegation? They were having mass burial for men, women, pregnant women and children, and not one of our senators or governors or ministers, not even the president or his vice thought to go and visit those people. It's like you are on your own. But because the Pope died, to be at the funeral. I don't understand. Make it make sense. When you are back home, you have no heart. Your surokosu, it is gone. You have no conscience. You don't care for the people. But you now fly all the way to Rome to go and look sad because an 88-year-old man died. You have no fear of God. By the way, on Easter Monday in Gombe State, Christians were marching to celebrate the significance of Jesus' resurrection. They do this every Easter Monday at different parts of the country, only for a big truck to run them over. 5 people died instantly. So many others were injured. And this is not the first time that such is happening. But as usual, they are telling us that it was an accident. They said the brake failed. I'll let you guys watch the video of that accident. Don't worry, you won't see anything graphic. The camera person wasn't that close. All you will see is the truck going through and people running away. It's just because they are saying that it was an accident. I want you to see, does this look like an accident to you? Because first of all, I did not hear any horn. The driver did not even horn that I'm coming, yo, my brake has failed, yo, there was no horn. So if the brake should fail, does that mean the horn has also failed? No, there was no horn. And these people were playing loud music. They didn't even know when the truck got behind them. Also, he didn't make any attempt to avoid the crowd, like to go by the side of the road. He drove right through them. So it's not graphic like I said, but it is still disturbing. I want you guys to see it. Just wow. This happened on Easter Monday, guys. The same day that the Pope died. These people are yet to see a high power delegation visit them. But we went to Rome. Does this mean that the Pope's life is way more important than the young people that were killed that day? This is the third time that this is happening in Gombe. It happened during Easter in 2019. About 11 people were killed that day, most of them below the age of 15. And then during Christmas celebration in 2024, this last year, a car ran into the Christian procession as well. And once again, they said it was an accident. Thank God that no one died. The police said between 22 to 60 people were injured, but the church says it's way more than that. There was no justice. If people had been arrested and justice was served, they won't have the confidence to do this again. Our deepest condolences to those who lost their loved ones that day. And our heart goes out to those that were injured. I don't even know how to transition from that. It's so sad. How come the Senate president is yet to visit those people in Gombe? Another thing that is baffling me about them going to Rome is, how do you have sexual harassment allegations against you and you now go to the Vatican City to represent a country? Why are you not afraid? What am I saying? Some priests have also been accused of sexual harassment. But is there no more shame? Are your eyes not pushing you, uncle? But you never know. Maybe he went there to confess his sins, as in Claro. We don't need him to go all the way to Rome to do that anyways. Either way, I don't understand this drama that our leaders like to act abroad. If something happens now, the president will quickly tweet about something that happened in America or in Europe when they don't care about the people of their own country.
Alright, so the news says Senate President Akpabio in Rome for Pope Francis' burial. Shameful. Shameful. Senate President Gospel Akpabio is leading a 5-member Nigerian delegation to Vatican City to attend the funeral of Pope Francis, scheduled for today, Saturday, April 26, 2025. The delegation was appointed by President Bola Ahmed TINUBU to represent Nigeria at the funeral rites of the late head of the Roman Catholic Church. Shameful. Shameful. What are you doing in Rome? You think your impact will be felt in Rome? If they release the list of the dignitaries who attended that funeral, they will not show you people's face. What are you doing there? Meanwhile, the people who fulfill your presence, your impact, your presence, you cannot go and see them. TINUBU did not open his mouth to say anything until he got back to Nigeria. When did they kill people for Jos? When did they kill people for Benue? When, as we talk now, Kwara State in Lorin, they buy them. Akpabio did not go anywhere. Okay, say TINUBU no dey country as at the time where all those buying they happen. Akpabio did not even wake up one day to say, you know what, as the Senate president, let me take this man too. Let me go and see all these people. Let me just travel around. You took how many hours trip, how many hours flights to Italy? The number of hours will take you to go Italy. You go don't go Benue, come back in one day. You go touch down Benue, touch down Jos, touch down Kwara States, touch down Enugu. You go touch down Enugu, touch down Ogun. You go touch down Ogun State. All these states have been affected by the herdsmen issue, where a lot of people have lost their lives. But you leave the people where they say you did directly, where you influence directly. You go place where they don't send your papa. All in name of what? For kamikaze, paparazzi. I don't know what kind of connection you are looking for. Pope where you no greet, go greet when he dey alive. Now when he buy, you go greet him. I don't know whether a blessing they find. Pope where you go, where you no see everything they use it to do politics. Everything is politics. Everything, like I said, they go check, they go print out all the people who come there last. They go snap picture, Vatican, all those people, they go snap now, main press. They will not see you at Akpabio. You and the others who are wasting that, they will not see you people. Your people are here, people they buy every day when I know they see them. And I never go visit anyone. Up till now, President Bola Ahmed TINUBU never say, okay, you know what? I'm back in Nigeria. Let me go to Jos. I am back in Nigeria. Let me go to Benue. I am back in Nigeria. Let me go to Ogun. I'm back in Nigeria. Let me go to Kwara. I'm back in Nigeria. Let me go to Edo State. None of that. None of all the people but you carry yourself, you delegate people, may they go Italy. May God help us in this APC and TINUBU regime. May God help us. They have failed totally. They failed completely. no remorse, no human, they don't even care. Meanwhile, some people still wake up tomorrow and defend this set of people as leaders because they don't collect small things and because they the chop. Don't worry, not time. You're gonna be affected as well. By then, you're gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way. When a leaders they fail, they go they meet other people where they won't look good for their eyes. Shame, shame, shame.
So Akpabio, the Senate President, go visit this man burial for Rome. You understand? This same Akpabio will be say yes, every day people from Nigeria then they cry say terrorist attack, Boko Haram, bandit, they disturb the people of Jos, the people of Plateau states and all around the nations. Him no do anything, he no visit, he no take any legal action. But he they go visit another man for another country, he they go visit them, say yes, then they do burial for there. So I go tell you now, waiting this our politician, what are they really looking for? What be their plan? Or they are trying to make another business deal with them? We don't really understand. Yes, we know send a person buy. Yes, and you're supposed to pay the condolence. Yes, if you in your country here, send a message to them, not you visiting the country. You're not really legitimate, not you visiting the country. Your own country, they pass through a lot. You are here to say anything or do anything. But another person burial, you don't go there. You wear suit. You wear suit like Osakpolo, go there, go visit the person. What did they go on or Akpabio? I'll be waiting to be your name. What are you going there for? What are you going there for? People from Nigeria with they cry every day, say insecurity, the bandit, the terrorists, they stop us. You never do anything. You as a Senate President, but you get in mind, go Rome, go they visit person burial. What are you going there for? What is your plan? We need to know.
The question is, what is the solution and how do we approach this solution? We have over time decided to take on this knee-jerk reaction to, protest and mass protest. Whenever something comes up, hit the street and make a demand. Yeah. But over time, we have seen that it has been proven not to be very effective because the government will come out and tell you, okay, is it end bad governance? Don't worry, we'll release the cost of rice, we will release bags of rice to you and all of that. And then everybody goes in. And there is also a bad side because there is protest fatigue. When you call out people for a protest and then it does not meet the target, the danger in it is that you fall short of getting that kind of mass support in a second call. That was what happened with NSAS. Now, what the call for Nigerians will be, every sector in Nigeria is in trouble. The only systems that are doing well is corruption and criminality. They have been masked. In fact, within the last 1 week, more than 150 persons have been killed in Plateau alone. And the president is still out of the country since the 2nd of April. This is the same president who criticized Jonathan and say, when it comes to security, the buck stops at the president's desk. Today, the president is missing in action when citizens are being slaughtered in the most gruesome manner. Why? Because he knows that, of course, it has no implication to his 2027 agenda. Travel through Abuja and Lagos, you will see placards of President TINUBU talking about 2027. So Nigerians will now have to decide what are our problems and what is the first step to, beginning our findings or solutions. Because you can't solve all. We take on one that gives you the foundation to begin to change others. That is where the Nigerian youth conversation must be centered on at this point.
But can we do that though? I mean, I hear you and saying that the call for we need to understand where we are going as a people and what to demand, and we have to be the way you put it, we have to pick something that has a ripple effect. That will probably touch all the others, but it has to have a foundational grasp on one. And if we use that, we hold on to that one with our dear lives, then change can begin to come.
Exactly.
But do you think political parties are just using the youth to catch trips? Like, look at between now and 2027. You said it. We already heard over the weekend that some governors from PDP are moving to APC and looking at the 2027 agenda. So my question will be, what do you think is the kind of pressure that we need between now and 2027 to apply to ensure that what the youth want is heard?
The pressure that needs to be applied at this point would be maximum civil pressure on the National Assembly to amend the Electoral Act and Nigerians guarantee that there should be free, fair and credible elections in 2027. Other than that, If you look at the permutations that are going on, a few days ago, the Minister for FCT held a media conference where he boastfully said that Peter Obi cannot win. In Nigeria, it is not about the best. If you look at the trend, the arrogance of the ruling party is in the fact that they know that there is disenfranchisement of the people. You know, the democratization of disenfranchisement. Without your vote or not, we are going to come back. That is why when you have failed in the first 2 years, you are talking about a second term. So now Nigerians will go, but when you talk about electoral reforms, a lot of Nigerians are scared. And what we fail to understand is this. INEC and the National Assembly already presented a caveat, but it was very sinister. The Electoral Act provided for electronic transmission of results, but it made it optional for INEC. The simple protest Nigerian youth must do today, following this 30-day challenge, is going back to the National Assembly. That section 65 that says the presiding officer at the polling unit can transmit results in a manner chosen by INEC must be taken out and replaced with mandatory. And then any other clause that you know, if you want to get independent candidacy, because what they have done is to hijack political party registration. You cannot register a new political party. Look, Nigerian youths know what to do. They know the problems, and they are not attached to one person. You saw what they did with the obedient movement. They proved that we can be our own people, but the system failed the Nigerian youths.
But even the Nigerian hold on. Just hold it like this.
We have found ourselves in a dilemma where we need to undo the mess of past and previous generations, and also the ones that we have also created. Because you ask yourself exactly, the generations ahead, what exactly was left on ground for the Nigerian youth? And now we are stuck in a situation where we need to now begin to unravel this thing. Unfortunately for Nigeria, there is no worst case scenario, because the fact that things are this bad do not mean it will not become worse for us as a people. That is why the Nigerian youth today has been scrambling for whatever solution they can hang on. We came up with NSAS, they fired live arms at us. We came up with NBAD governors, they decided to arrest us. As we are talking, there are some NSAS protesters who are still in prison. As we are talking, more than 5 years, going to 5 years after that protest. In fact, the Lagos state government has not even agreed to how many persons' bodies were found in the morgue who turned off the lights. It is still a challenge. So when you see the burden that is on the Nigerian youth, but my plea and my call, what I have been seeking and becoming almost a broken record, is that we must be strategic. If you go on social media, you hear certain persons begin to tell you about revolution now, my uncle Showore, who I so much respect. The question you will ask yourself is, if there is a revolution today, and for example, the president leaves, who takes over? That is the Vice President Shetima. The third in succession is Akpabio, or you want to go through the military route. And even when there is a total removal of, you must still have an electoral process where somebody who has the legitimacy to rule or lead will be brought in. So if you look at our entire dilemma, it boils back to an electoral process. That is why what I'm doing now is citizen sensitization. I will personally take a letter to the National Assembly in due course. I will begin my own one-man protest, because that is the only way we can begin to unravel this. When everybody in Nigeria begins to sing about INEC and elections, they will get the point. President TINUBU knows. God's will Akpabio, the Senate President, knows.
Okay. So you feel we should attack from base. In other words, when I say attack, not literally, but let's focus the problem. Let's focus attention on the problem, and the problem here is the base.
Yes.
Is the way that politicians
get into power. Look, forget about anything economy. Don't talk about, if President TINUBU does not want to fix inflation, let him not fix. If he doesn't want to fix insecurity, let him not fix.
Let's start.
Get a means to hold him accountable in 2027 and see. Let a politician know that this system can bring me in and this system can take me out. Then go there and don't
do you not think that this hour we have the odds stacked against us? Because I remember during the electoral process how difficult it was made for you to be able to get your voters card. I believe that abroad you can actually go to your local government from time to time and get your voters.
It's as seamless as whatever.
But INEC will tell you that there are a couple millions of voter cards that have yet to be collected. Even up to the election, I think up to a week or so before the elections, they were making news, come and collect your voters card. But I want to ask you something, because you talked about when all of us face one issue at a time, we will get a resolution. Are the issues that urban youth and rural youth facing the same? Because you often seem
to see a disconnect between youth in urban areas and youth in rural areas when it comes to mobilization. There's even a geopolitical regional divide that comes into it as well. So how do you get young people to bridge the divide that truly will create a national youth agenda, a national youth movement? Because we saw it with end bad governance, I believe, even NSARS, where we were told that some places in this country were told not to come out and join the protest. In end bad governance, we saw a governor come out and thank his young people for not taking part in the protest. So you see that it often looks like we're not all, I'm not a youth, sorry, all the youth are not on the same page.
Youth at heart.
Thank you very much.
Look, the truth of the matter is when you see certain of these divisions, although they exist, but they are also the handwork of evil and corrupt politicians. They know how to throw stones of division. Look, there is nothing that unites a people than their collective pain and suffering. Every Nigerian today knows that the price of a liter of petrol is higher. The cost of a bag of rice is higher. They know that power has been epileptic in certain or most areas of the country. Even those who are on certain bands A to Z are paying through their nose strills. So now what it means is that if you bring the agenda of electoral reform, everybody in Nigeria has been a victim. There are certain persons in Borno State today who have a senator that they did not vote for, who did not contest through the primaries. He's there through the judiciary. If you look at what happened in Kano, remember that when the governorship election went to the tribunal, it was upheld at the High Court. It was turned down by the appeal court. When they saw the reaction from the Kano state citizens at the Supreme Court, they decided to realign. In fact, there were allegations that there were 2 judgments that were kept to be released on the day of that ruling. Every Nigerian knows that elections, when you talk about underage voting and all the beginning of what do they call it, inconclusive election, it began with Kano State, with President Buhari in 2019. Nigerian youth just need a level of sensitization and mobilization. That is what everybody will be talking about, including CSOs, because at some point it seems like we are more interested in protesting about the problems than solving them. Because maybe solving them puts certain persons out of business. So if we really want to take the root causes of the matter, it should be an aggressive citizen sensitization. Every Nigerian is a victim of bad governance, including those who are wealthy. Only the thieves or criminals in Nigeria today will not complain. Everybody is being touched by the hand of incompetence.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear everything that was said in this very video. You can hear from ADEOLA FAYEHUN. You can hear from VERYDACKMAN. You can hear from Tuma. You can hear from everybody that has spoken as far as this video is concerned. You know, Nigeria is in a very bad state at the moment. For Akpabio to have sexual harassment case and allegation and appointment to go to Rome to go and wish Pope Francis a last condolence on behalf of TINUBU and all of that, a lot of people are saying it's a very big blow and it's a very big shame to Akpabio, because the sexual harassment thing that is on ground, Akpabio have not resolved it. He have not resolved this thing, but he still carry himself to that same room. He can't give it to another person to go there. He can't go. Now, the question that a lot of people are asking here is, it's not a bad thing for Akpabio to go and extend his condolence to Pope Francis and all of that on behalf of Nigeria, since TINUBU actually appointed him and some other delegates like Bianca Ojukwu and some other senators and stuff like that. But what actually caused a lot of uproar is the fact that a lot of poofing are taking place in Nigeria. They're taking the lives of a lot of Nigerians in different areas in the country. You can't go to Plateau State as it stands. You can't go to Benue State as it stands. A lot of Christian lives have been taken. There is no more in news. They're taking the life of a lot of Nigerians. They're taking the life of a lot of children. They're taking the life of a lot of elders. They're taking the life of a lot of adults, men and women. Women cannot go to their farm. It is either is Fulani today or is bandit tomorrow. A lot of insecurity issue is everywhere, even to the extent that the Oga of the DSS actually came out and made it known to the general public that Nigerians should not wait for security operatives to protect themselves. That Nigerians should protect themselves by themselves. That they should protect themselves by themselves first. That was what the Oga of DSS came out to say, and this caused a lot of Nigerians to be disappointed because the lives of a lot of Nigerians are not even safe. Kidnapping is the game of the day, and even before this Pope actually passed away, this same Pope Francis, this man made it known to the general public that all the insecurity that is happening in Nigeria, that Nigerian government should do something about it. And that was when he prayed for Nigerian Christians and altogether Nigerian people. This man prayed for all Nigerians, and he said he wished the insecurity and all the poofing of the Christians stops one day. The same Pope that Akpabio went to extend condolences to said that before he poof. He said that before he passed on. You know, this man actually left the world at the age of 88. But Akpabio have to go there to extend condolences to him even when he wasn't recognized like that. A lot of people, a lot of the Vaticans, they don't recognize him like that because they believe that they did not send him. They did not invite him. That is it. But where they actually needed the presence of Akpabio in Nigeria, in Plateau, in different states where insecurities actually happen, they did not go there. Akpabio did not go there. But it is an 88-old man that left the world that Akpabio went to extend condolences to. That's why a lot of Nigerians are saying. You can hear it from ADEOLA and you can hear it from VERYDACKMAN. They said it all. And a lot of children are poofing every day in Nigeria in the hand of insecurity, in the hand of failed government, in the hand of fake security operatives and all of that. But as if that is not enough, Akpabio did not go there to extend condolences to them. They did not do anything about that. But it is Pope that did not even send them. Akpabio got to Rome, they did not even recognize him like that. It's just a dry handshake that he received. But even that he go to some places in Nigeria and trying to talk about this insecurity thing and try to tackle it, they would have recognized him more than that. A lot of Nigerians are saying enough is enough of we trying to live a fake life outside the country. Enough of all these governmental people going outside the country to live a fake life on behalf of Nigerians. We are not okay. Things are not okay in the country. That's why a lot of people are saying a lot of issues are everywhere. A lot of sagas are everywhere. Why is it that Nigerian government will go to outside the country and pretend as if Nigerians are feeling good? I say Nigerians are okay. Who sent Akpabio? Did Pope actually say that he needs the condolence and all of that? I know Akpabio is a Catholic. Pope is a Catholic and all of that, but did they really need the condolence of Akpabio? They've received condolences from different angles. They've received condolences from a lot of people. Why can't Akpabio come to Nigeria to extend the same condolence to other people that insecurity have taken their life untimely? It is not the Pope that live a fulfilled life that is supposed to go and be extending condolences to. That's why a lot of Nigerians are saying a lot of people actually leave Nigeria, they leave the world untimely. You can't tell me that a child that unknown government actually poof at the age of 14 live a fulfilled life. You can't tell me that a child that a bandit actually poof at the age of 18 live a fulfilled life. Those people actually lost their life based on failed government system and all of that. Now, which condolences are they extended to those ones, or the life of those ones did not really matter? It did not matter that the life of Pope that did not even send Nigerians. Those are what a lot of Nigerians are saying. Now, questions that Nigerians are asking is, how many of the Pope, Akpabio went to extend condolence to the popes and all of that. How many of the popes actually come to extend condolence to TB Joshua? Let me use TB Joshua as an example. How many of them come to extend condolence to TB Joshua, one of the notable Nigerian pastors that died and the whole world shake and all of that? How many of them come down to extend condolences to him? How many of them come to extend any condolence to any notable pastor in Nigeria like Blessing Ndauza and all of that died and all of that? Then how many of these people from Rome and all of that, or all around the world, how many of them come to extend condolence in Nigeria here to the pastors or to the big men of God that actually died? That's to tell you that the Westerners did not send us in Africa. A lot of issues are on ground on the head of Akpabio. Natasha case is still there, the sexual harassment and all of that. They still banning Akpabio left in and right. Why did they have the temerity and the effrontery to still go to Rome to go and extend condolence? And that place is a sacred place, a holy place. A lot of people are saying that why do Akpabio that is still being accused of sexual stuff, why did they go to that kind of holy place? Drop a opinion in the comment section of this video. What do you guys think? Feel free, say your mind in the comment section. As I'm gonna do to get another trend for you, and share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LajuPog TV and LajuPog Entertainment, and on Instagram at LajuPog. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LajuPog watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LajuPog watch TV.